Hey everyone, TimaeuSS here. Welcome to another Ash Echoes video, and today we are going to take a look at Shujubi polling for the upcoming Baili Tusu. Now we did create a video, it's on my channel if you've missed it, going over Baili's preview, when he's coming, what's going to be used as, and if you missed that, do check it out. We go over very briefly on the banner schedule as well as what to expect, and we'll touch upon Baili's skill kit as well as team recommendation is whether or not he's going to be a good fit for you in your planning. So you can see Baili again is the core Echomancer for the fire team alongside Cyros and currently Mo at the moment. And we know this because you can see from the CN side, and we did a video on the current CN meta as well, they have this team, alright? It's the Cyros plus Baili plus Freda and Thea. Now, Thea is used here, but we have Mo at the moment, and you can see in terms of the other supporting cast, we have all of these. These are launch characters, Begonia, for example. So you can easily build this fire team, and I think Thea comes a bit early as well, and she's of course a tier SS support character. Now, in terms of what we can expect, okay? In terms of what we can expect for the fire team at its moment, and they've said it as well, it's essentially a super strong character at the beginning of the server's launch, okay, but very reliant on Freda. Now Freda, you're going to need multiple dupes, right? 3 dupes is going to be ideal for Freda, but right now from the CN side, it's not that good for these boss or end game events, but these weaknesses rotate anyways, and fire as a super strong shield gauge breaker is always going to be fantastic to use, and it's a very aggressive tactic. So let's take a look at Pridewind's breakdown of whether or not you should be pulling for Baili. Okay, so like I said, one of the core Echomancers for the fire team along with Cyros, and what's interesting if you guys didn't know is that Cyros banner is going to be happening in just a couple of days, 2 days in fact, alongside Baili's banner. They're gonna appear at the same time, and also during that time our Mo banner will still be here, which means you can essentially have the core fire team right at your fingertips, because you can see this fire team, Baili plus Cyros plus Mo and Freda. That's all you need, and Freda of course is 99 cents, so you will have one copy if you just spend $1, and these 3 core fire characters are going to be available as banner rate up characters. So I like how they release these characters that have synergies with each other during the patches when the new characters are released, so that you can essentially pull their completed team if you do want. But I digress. Let's just talk about the Baili today and whether or not I should be pulling. So going over all of these builds and characters, character breakdowns, you can see that he is going to be a fire striker, and even though he's a striker, okay, he has the ability to essentially anti-air, which is really good for a striker. Now you can see that as the main character of the first Gujan game, lore related, okay, it's gonna be a fantastic fire unit that is able to sacrifice his own HP to gain attack, damage reduction, and shields. Very tanky, can gain crit rate and crit damage as well, ignore enemies damage reduction. He's got the Dream Incarnate, which gets casted when the battle starts. It's basically a clone of himself, you can see as well, and the first skill is a Banish Evil, super long range, changes the position of Baili with the clone. So you can see there's lots of ways to manipulate positioning with him, and yeah, you have to manage his HP well, but really cool interactions. And Gaze Ablaze is another skill that has small AoE, but the cool part about that is that it is super spammable. Okay, long range and infinite uses under a 10-second cooldown. So you can see that how easily this is spammable. And in terms of the pros and cons, you can see that they've broken it down into very large and versatile range across all skills. And skill 2 is spammable, which we're talking about, and does not cost HP, while under the rekindled effect as part of his kit, and super good at breaking gauges and barriers. So you can bet that the event coming up during this patch or banner is going to be a boss that is needing heavy break gauges abilities and also barrier break abilities. So you can see that he is going to shine. Okay, now the downside, anti-air is going to be relying on a 30-second window and requires a lot of manual input, which for a lot of you guys, full auto might be the way, full auto might be the way, and you might not want to try him. But Yeah, for me personally, you know, I'm a waifu lover, and having the fire team, which means two husbandos, which for me, even though Mo, as you can see, Mo is so damn good looking, I may have to skip. Now, for the general public, should you be pulling for this character if you're a husbando lover? Yes, I mean, he is so damn good looking. And I can't wait to see the animation coming out for his banner as well. Should you pull him if a meta character, meta team player? I would say no, because if you look at my schedule in terms of upcoming characters, this is a fantastic team that's quite strong, but by the time Thea comes, you probably will be starting to work towards a tier 0 team or tier 0.5, which over on CN in this case, which was not going to be available because it's going to come online much later, right? Than the CN side is that Gene plus Uni. But yeah, we don't get access to these characters for a very long time, but still, because of how many pulls we'll get, you need to plan ahead. You need to plan ahead. Basically, every 2 patches, I would say you can guarantee to secure 1 characters. And if you want to build your team, Frida is going to be, of course, going to be there. But for example, Jean and Unia is going to be far enough that you can guarantee and secure them. But in between, you need to figure out what you want to do. Okay, are you going to just sacrifice everything to make sure you have a T0 team, or are you going to compromise in between and run, you know, whatever is good? Because for example, at the beginning, I had Luke plus Sengyan for the physical summoner team, right? And then when Scarlet came out, Azusa plus Scarlet was the next combo. But now, do I want to commit yet to another type, which is going to be the fire team? And then after that, we probably will be looking at a new character, and we don't know what the banner schedule is going to be like. If they follow the CN, then of course we can plan ahead quite well, but if they don't, yeah, it's going to be difficult. So at least, you know, I would wait until the very last few days, because then we will know what the patch 1.2 banners will be, so you can make your decision. So that is my pull guide for Baili, and I'll have teams and guides coming out for the character and how to play the character in the next few days, most likely when it's released, and maybe I'll throw in a few pulls to the Husbando, who knows. But until then, thank you so much guys for watching this video. It's TimaeuSS here, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye now.